Brenda, and we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna do a short little Pilates session. I have a small ball beside me that we're gonna add into some of the movements. If you don't have one of these, get one. I can help you do that. If you don't have one, you can also do some of these same moves with a couch pillow, rolled up towel, something else you have around the house. A lot of these movements you can also do without this, but this is going to be a key part of a few of our movements. So without further ado, shall we jump in? I'm going to set this off to the side. Just find somewhere to stand right now to reach up to the ceiling. Give yourself a big chest open, a little bit of back opener right here. Take a nice big breath. And I'm going to dive straight forward. Soften the knees so I'm not locked out. And then tuck the tailbone, roll right back up. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. And exhale, dive back forward. Reaching down. Tuck the tailbone again, rolling up and reaching down. We're going to come up one more time. This time I'm going to roll up. I'm going to reach my arms out to the side as I hinge and lean forward. Not dropping my arms all the way to dangle, but circling right back up. Reach the arms out to the side. Hinge the hips back. Try not to lock out the knees. Drop the arms and circle back up one more time. Reach the arms out to the side, hinge forward, lean forward, and then coming all the way back up. I'm going to give myself a little squat position and shake out the arms. Like I have something on my fingertips. I want you to squat and shake it out. Let your day go. And shake it out. Shake it out. Let's go 3 more times. Little squat and shake. 2, one more time. 1, reach up to the ceiling, open up, giving yourself what I call cactus arm or goalpost arm position. And then doing little pulses back, press back, and open, and press, and extend. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle those arms around down to your lower back, so your palms can go right against your lower back. You can pull the shoulders and elbows back to open up the chest. Or if you have the ability to grab fingers and interlace your fingers and press straight down and back, jump into that, looking slightly up. Take a nice breath. Let your arms go, reach back forward, and this time allow yourself to dangle and move a little bit side to side. Shaking it out. And then centering yourself, tuck the tailbone, roll up nice and tall to standing. I'm going back down one more time to get the ball. Stretch forward. Grab that ball. Oh, mine was beside me. Go ahead and grab your ball as I come back up nice and tall. I'm going to take this ball or your folded towel or pillow off the couch. Center my feet right underneath me and just heel lift straight up and then back down and lift up. Now you may also move the arms as you go, whether it's front or side or however helps you balance, or you can just hold them here on your hips too, and lifting up. A little squeeze on that ball, and lift, and lift, and lift. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As I come down, I'm going to do very tiny internal rotation. So as you turn in, wrap the femurs into the ball. So think about inward. This will feel different on your sacrum position, trying to keep yourself stacked tall. As again, I lift and lower, and lift, and lift. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm going to 16 by the way, 13, 14, 15, and 16 coming down. Now I'm going to do an external rotation. Adjust that ball as you need to find that small external rotation. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Let the femurs now feel like they wrap back. You find your glutes a little bit more as you lift. Your heels do not have to stay together. They do not. Lift and lower, and lift, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Give you a countdown this time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Do you feel your glutes at all? 1, and bring it down. I'm going to take the ball out so I can shake out my legs. Good. And then I'm going to take my feet right underneath me, and I'm just going to pedal back and forth, Let your arms move with you. And then let your little bit more movement now happen versus holding nice and steady. 3, 2, plant both feet down, reach up to the ceiling, fold back forward. Good, and then stack up nice and tall. Taking that ball back in between my legs. This time, I'm going out long on the mat, all right? It's gonna hold a frame. You do not have to do this with the ball. The ball can set off to the side. I'm gonna reach up to the ceiling, dive forward, unlock your knees, soften your knees as you come down, walk out onto the mat. And then from here, I'm gonna push up to a downward dog or a pike. Adjust your position. So I'm still holding that ball. You don't have to be. I'm gonna lift both heels and then lower. Lift the heels up and lower. Lift, one more time. Lift, lower. I'm gonna lift a little bit to pitch forward into a plank position. Readjusting here as I go. And then push back. Good, pull back into plank. And push back. Pull back into plank. And push back, one more time. Pull back. If this is too much for you, as we go that plank to pike, you can lower the knees down, and I rock back and pull forward. And I rock back and pull forward, just like that, and rocking back. All right, I'm gonna pull the ball out, set it off to the side, sit back in a little child's pose stretch. Lengthen, maybe rock a little side to side. Centering myself. And then I'm going to turn this right on over. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to take this ball, I'm going to bring it right up to my lumbar spine, so really tuck it in next to me. So as I reposition myself, and I have a little half rollback position, this ball is here to assist me, okay? I want everything to feel very assistive, to allow some good movement. So we're gonna rock back into this and then back up. Now if you took that rolled towel behind you, which is perfectly fine, it's gonna sink a little bit more than the ball will. So just remember that as you get going. But I'm rocking back and then pulling back up. And rocking back and pulling up and rocking back and up and back. And up. Now go back and pause, hold. Just think about what you're feeling. Are you resting into the ball? Are you feeling your abdominal muscles? Where are you at right there? And then coming back up. I'm gonna rock back again. This time as I come up, I'm gonna reach my arms to the ceiling and open up, and then rock back. Inhale, reach, exhale, rock back. Inhale, reach, and exhale back. Inhale, reach, I'm looking up toward my hands. Where am I going? Reach and back. Reach up and back. Let's do one more time. Reach up, go back, pause, and come forward. I'm gonna reach back for this ball, slide it about to the middle back, so I'm still below my shoulder blades, and roll back into that. Good, I'm kind of shifting around, getting that nice little spot where you feel centered on it. And then from here, I'm doing the same little thing. I'm going to roll up, barely come off the ball, however, and then rock back. Take a nice breath. Coming up, and then back. And a little up, and back, and up. So you might well tell me I usually don't count, but I believe this is 5, and back, 6, and back, 7, rock back, 8, back, 9, 10, go back, make those abs work. Then we're gonna one hand up into cherry pickers, apple pickers, people call them different things. So we're gonna go cherry pickers today. One hand's gonna reach up like we're grabbing some of that tree and then rock, find that ball. Reach up and then back. Reach and up. You look to what you're grabbing. Look to find it. Good, reach and reach and reach. Let's count down to 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock back, pull yourself right up over the knees. Good. Wrap your hands in the front of your knees and pull the chest and lift it up. And good. I'm going to move that ball now down to my shoulder blades. down to the shoulder blades. So again, I lift the hip a little bit, trying to find that little spot that is the best spot for me to be on. But take my hands back behind my head. So when I interlace fingers, we don't want to go fingers up. I want you to interlace fingers down. And then as you place them behind your head, those thumbs can support the neck. So I'm going to rock back over the ball. Oh yeah, get that nice big extension of the chest. Take a nice breath, and as I pull myself forward, I pull from the rib cage to look up toward the tops of the knees, and then I go back over. And again, pull up, 2. Now I'm keeping my eyesight at the ceiling as I rock back, 3. I'm not going behind me, and 4. That'll give yourself a little bit better proprioception, not getting dizzy. 6, full breath back and up, 7, inhale, exhale, 8, good, and 9, 10, pause right here. I'm going to walk my feet a little closer together, pulling one leg to tabletop. As I extend back, I'm going to reach the leg nice and long, pull up and pull the knee in. Inhale, reach out and pull in, 2. Reach and extend, pull in, 3. Reach and extend, pull in, 4. And reach, 5. Reach, 6. Reach, 7. One more. Reach, 8. Pause. Bring the foot down. Other leg up. And again. Extend back, extend the leg out. And up. Reach back and extend out at the same time. And in. And reach. And that was 3. Extend. 4. We're going to 8. Extend. 5. Extend. 6. Reach. 7. Reach, 8. Hold up. Bring the foot up, down. And then slowly lower yourself back. A little bit more into a big extension stretch. Allowing your elbows or arms to kind of open up. They still support you. Taking a nice breath right here. We're going to curl up. As I come up off of this, I'm going to reach my hands for one leg to help support me, and I'll pull myself up off the ball. Reach back for the ball. Extend your legs out nice and long. Reach forward towards your toes. Taking a nice breath right here. I'm just going to hold the ball as a frame as I roll all the way back and down the mat and extend overhead. Bring the arms up and curl forward, reaching back forward. This ball is a target point for me. Just give myself a little focus point as I extend. And roll all the way back up. So in that floor, I keep moving on the mat, so I'm shifting forward, which is good, which means I'm really trying to lengthen out as I go. So I'm rolling back, extending. Good, arms coming up. They're leading as I'm reaching forward. And all the way back and down. One more time. All the way up. This time as I come up, I'm going to bend my knees, walk my feet back. Place that ball between the knees. Reach the arms back over. And rock back out into that half roll back position. The ball is in between my inner thighs. And then lengthen back forward. Inhale back. Exhale, squeeze into that as you come back up. Inhale back. Then squeeze, press as you come up. Inhale back. And exhale, squeeze back up. Reaching back and pull back up. Good. Back and up. Rock back and up. Now the next one, go back and pause. I'm going to hold. Now find those inner thighs. I want you to pulse. Squeeze the ball and press. Squeeze. I don't want you to bounce like do. I want you to squeeze, release. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And dive back forward. Double check space behind me on the mat to roll all the way down. Bring those arms right up over the chest and the shoulders as I walk my feet in to find a bridging frame. Keeping that ball between my knees. Take a nice breath. Just open the arms out to the side. Nothing else has to move. And then bring the arms back over the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, back up one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Pause. Shoulders to the mat. Find weight in the feet. Tuck the tailbone. Roll up into a bridge position. Opening the hip bones to the ceiling. And then rolling back down. And tuck the tailbone. Rolling up. Hip bones to the ceiling. And rolling down. rolling up, adding the arms onto this. They're going to extend overhead as I roll down and open up the torso. Arms come up, hips come up. Good, roll down and reach overhead. Hips come back, arms come back. And repeat, roll down and extend. Hips up, arms up, pause, hold. And again, pulse the ball. You're going to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And I'm not to my highest hip bridge position, so I'm down just a little bit. So I really keep into my hamstrings and glutes and not trying to arch the back. You don't need to go that high. And squeeze. 4, 3, 2, no, I was not counting. 1, hold, and then roll all the way down. Bringing the arms carefully down beside you. Dropping the ball literally between my feet. I'm going to pull my feet on top of that ball. So depending on the size of your ball, now if you need to go and adjust like your rolled talon there, you can. I'm going to try and cup the ball with balls in my feet, trying not to just push in the heels because that's going to push the ball away. So I'm going to try and cup my feet on top of it. So this knees are going to fall slightly apart as my feet are together. Support yourself with your hands down beside you. Harder will be arms up. Find that shoulder blade frame. This is more of a hinge than articulation to press the ball and lift the hips up and then slowly lowering down. Articulate if you can, but it'll be easier to just lift straight up and then to lower back down and lift straight up and lower back down one more time. Lift it up and coming all the way down where I'm going to tuck my knees into my chest, give myself a little rock, side to side. Good. I'm going to find the ball with my feet, kick it up to me, lift the hips up, place the ball under the sacrum and the tailbone, which is more towards your butt than your back. So make sure you have that space below, and you will find it because we're going to lift legs to tabletop. So if it feels weird, reposition it. Just as before, arms up will be harder than arms down beside me. So bring in legs into tabletop. Feel that little wobbliness that might be there. I'm going to point my toes. I'm going to reach one leg away from me. And I'm going to switch and reach. Holding that shoulder blade frame. Reach and extend the legs like I'm reaching for a target. Reach, just reach and extend. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull both knees in, extend to the ceiling, changing the lever, going right into scissors. One leg goes down and switch. Now if you feel the need to reach arms with you, feel free to do so. Add some more movement. How's your stability? Where are we at right there? And reach. Ooh. Anytime you start to wobble like I just did, pause, readjust. Are you still going? And back to it. Good. Where was I at? Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take the legs up, arms up, flex the feet. Get a nice long line to the back of the legs. Reaching the arms to seeing. We're going to open to the side and close. Open and close. Good. Open and close. Open and whoop, close. There's a wobble. And close. Let's just go 3, 2, and 1. Bringing everything in. Bending the knees. Bring the feet down, arms down. Extend one leg out nice and long. And allow yourself to kind of drop a little bit over that. Open up that hip flexor. So it's safer to go with one leg at a time for anybody, even if your back is strong and whatnot. And you've done this before. I'm going to switch legs. Now, saying that, I do like to do both legs out, but be very careful when you go both legs out. So if I extend both legs out, it's going to create an arc in the body in that lower back. So even the ball is there, be careful you don't let it all just go, because then you'll get a little twinge in that lower back. From this position, I'm just rocking a little side to side, allowing the hip flexors to open, maybe getting a little back release for some of you. I'm going to slowly walk the feet in, and then purposely tip off the ball to come back to center. And then stretch out nice and long. Well, hello, assistant. And then I'm going to roll back up to seated and reaching forward. From here, I'm going to set this ball right here. Hi, Izzy. And then I'm gonna turn it around. So my feet are gonna go back behind me. I'm gonna lay all the way down high. And then I'm gonna have this ball kind of right here in front of me. I'm gonna prop up in the Sphinx pose first. So legs long behind you. Prop in the Sphinx pose. Widening your shoulders. Now, depending on your shoulders, I like to go hands wide from each other. Some people like to do prayer hands or closer hands because that gives a little rotation in the shoulder joint. Just don't interlace your fingers because that's only going to cause a little more tension up in the traps. So from here, we're going to drop into a little lizard. We call this lizard push-up. Think about lizards doing push-ups for territory and body heat. So I'm going to lower the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then lift up. Lower, squeeze the shoulder blades, then press away from the floor. A little bit of lower and lift. And lower and lift one more time. Lower, lift, hold. Nice breath. And then lowering down. As I lower down, I'm going to widen my arm position and bring my hands underneath my forehead. I'm going to press into the floor first and then lift the upper body. Give myself an upper body extension. Fully supported. And then again, lowering down. Press down to extend, and then release. Press down to extend, and release. Now, I'm gonna hold the next one. Lifting up through my mid-back, pause. Adjust your arms as you need to give yourself a frame. Push the top of your feet in the floor, activate the quads and the glutes. And then you're gonna lift both legs up, just slightly, it doesn't have to be big, and then lower down. Keep that upper body frame as you lift and lower the legs. Lift, find glutes and hamstrings. Lift, just 2 more times. Lift, use your breath. And lift, lowering the legs down. I'm gonna lower myself down. Find that ball that I have out in front of me. Place my hands, or more my wrists, on the top of the ball with my elbows slightly bent. I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna reach out and push the ball away from me. And this is gonna stretch my shoulders and shoulder blades forward and up. And then as I pull it back to me, pull the shoulder blades down the back, push into the ball, roll up into a little extension. And then lengthen back out. Adjust your hand position as you go. Take a nice breath. Reach out, pull back and extend up. And reach back out long. Pull back, lift up. Only go to the height that's appropriate for you. And extend back out. Pull back and lift. And extend back out. And pull back and lift up and pushing down. And extend back out. One more time. Pull back and lift up. And extend out and reach long. And then I'm going to circle the arms. I'm going to grab the ball with one hand to the side. I'm going to turn my head to the side. I'm holding the ball. All right, everybody take a nice big breath. I'm going to reach back. I'm going to torpedo position, as I call it, or penguins on their bellies. Okay, hands to the side. Hold the extension. Swing the arms overhead. Grab the ball with the opposite hand. Turn my head to follow the ball and lower back down. Lift up, repeat that. Turn center. Swing the arms overhead, holding that mid-back extension. Grab the ball. Eyesight follows the ball. And lower back down. Again, extend up, reach. Circle the arms. Eyesight's going to follow the ball as I come center to the other side, lower the head down. One more time. Reach back, shoulder blades pull back, reach forward, extend. Hold center, push down into the ball, lift up, and extend long and reach. Leave that there. Leave that ball there. Push yourself back into a child's pose stretch. And open up the back. Maybe rock a little side to side. And extend open. Good. And lengthen forward. Finding hands and knees position. Do a little kneeling cat-cow. Kind of moving the spine. And extend around. And extend. Getting some good spine movement around. So as I extend, I'm starting from the pelvis. So I tuck the tailbone to round up into that position, and I reach the tailbone out as I come out of it. If I start with my shoulders, it's going to feel like I'm rounding up through my neck and my head. So I don't want to push through my shoulders as much, because I need to drop through that. I'm gonna move from the pelvis to roll out, and then stick the tailbone out to come back. One more time, tuck and roll. And then extend out. I'm gonna tuck my toes under, lift up, push back, a little downward dog stretch. I'm gonna shift my hands out, pedaling the feet. And maybe rocking the hips a little bit side to side. Good, and then coming all the way back down. I'm gonna turn to one side and grabbing the ball. So as I turn to one side, now some people might not feel comfortable in this hip position as I turn and bring this foot forward. So if this is uncomfortable, you can do this in crisscross leg position. You can also do a little bit of this out in front. I would keep knees soft if you're out in front of you. I'm gonna turn into this, I think some people call it cheerleader sit position. I'm gonna take this ball onto the floor, use it as a little support as a side bend and reach and roll out. Now, if this doesn't feel supportive for you, because the shoulder does have to stay engaged, take the hand to the floor and just go into a nice side stretch. Yeah, and then back up. As I come up, if you're in this position, I'm gonna grab my shin and pull myself in the opposite direction. If you're in crisscross legs, just rock side to side into that stretch. So I bring my hand to the floor or roll out on the ball. A little bit harder to maintain stability there and come up and over. Let's swing legs to the other side, which means I gotta take the ball to the other side. So again, hand can be just on the floor as you extend up and over, right, or back, or I can take this ball and reach it away and come back up. I'm gonna grab my shin over here and extend over. And a nice breath. And reach over one more time. And come back down. And side bend over. I'm gonna finish with just a little bit of a chest opener. I'm gonna take my hands back behind me, press in the floor, and lift the chest up. Now, this ball that I left back there can go between the knees, stay off to the side, not be involved at all. Press into the palms, lift the chest and open up. And soften down. Add a hip lift to it. Lift up, so keeping the shoulders over the wrists. And by doing that, I'm gonna push my knees forward over my feet to lift up. And then softening back down, just 2 more times. Chest lift first, big breath, extend and open. And soften down. And one more time yet. Press the chest, lift up. Don't let your eyesight go all the way behind you. You can stay to the ceiling. Keep the neck protected and coming down. And then on with your day. That's it. Short and sweet. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.